everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for another seasonal event! Hello there, Kivane. Of impish importance. Kivane is convinced that the truth is out there. As a note, the dialogue in this quest will change quite a bit, actually. Not quite a bit. There are certain parts of this quest that will have very different dialogue if you have done the Endwalker Hildebrand quest. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Also worth noting that this is part of the Make It Rain event, which is the yearly Gold Saucer promotional event, where 50% more MGP rewards on all Gold Saucer activities. Oh god, I've got to do Fashion Report then. And in addition to that, we've got our lovely seasonal event to go with it. That eclectic attire, that distinct smell, a scent of the unknown. You, my good stranger, must be an adventurer. You have found yourself in the company of Kivane, journalist for the Thavnarian Truth. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you aware of the festivities currently underway at the Gold Saucer? They guarantee a generous MGP bonus to those who participate, but I have reason to believe that there is more to this celebration than meets the eye. As a writer for the premier publication on unexplained and otherworldly phenomena, I was drawn not to the promise of copious cackpots, but to the rumors of enigmatic water imps that have suddenly proliferated amongst the Saucer's patrons. We at the Thavnarian Truth have been looking to expand our investigations across the star, and this supernatural scoop presents us with the ideal opportunity. Why have the imps made themselves known now? What do they intend to accomplish? I must cover this groundbreaking story with all due haste, but I cannot hope to answer all these questions alone. Tell me, adventurer, would you aid me in my pursuit of the truth? Sure. Excellent, excellent. Then let us reconvene at the Gold Saucer's entrance square. It makes me sad that Satora clearly has reactions, and yet the setup... No, I'm not taking a trade. But the setup for accepting quests does not let you see the reactions too well. For some reason, that is twice in the past week that people have tried to just give stuff to me at random. I've got a feeling it's probably going to be money again. Why do people keep trying to hand money off to random people? It happened early on in the playthrough too. When we were first learning Carpenter, someone just tossed us 1,000,000 gil, and I eventually ended up tossing it off to someone else because I didn't want to hold on to that. I didn't want to use that. Hello, Kivane. I've made it to the Gold Saucer. Let's do the investigation. We're looking into water imps that are apparently everywhere here? Oh. Like this one? That is a costume indeed. Ah, you've arrived. Notice anything out of the ordinary? Squee-hee-hee! What did you just say to me? Some manner of greeting, I presume, though its cries are convincing that impish form appears to be not more than a well-crafted guise. Can't believe they would insult me like this, calling me a squee-hee-hee. We have found the source of the rumors, but saucer imps en masse, just normal men and women in costume. Why, that sounds more to me like a waste of good ink. It's unacceptable, worthless, unfit for consumption. Gods, I grow drowsy just thinking about writing such a thing. Our readership would be appalled. Fortunately, there is another curious lead that I wish to pursue. In doing so, we may frame our story around the current festivities, then recount the role of the imps within them. Yes, that might suffice. You see, as I awaited your arrival, I questioned the attendant at the front desk as to the Imp's origins. Strangely enough, I was told that only a select few staff members were present at the planning stages of this affair, and fewer still know who proposed the initial idea. I was, however, informed that a staff member on the floor, a man attending to an imp, may have the information we seek. If we split up and search the saucer, we're bound to find him. I shall leave Wonder Square to you. Let us reconvene here when our rounds are complete. It is odd, though. Why water imps? Why is that the choice for, like, mascot for this event this year? It is an odd decision. But yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, dialogue might change if you've done the Endwalker Hildebrand questline. That is because Endwalker Hildebrand involves the Thavnarian Truth magazine. Well met, my good woman. My companion and I are delighted to make your acquaintance. He cannot speak like you and I, but I assure you he is oh so fond of making new friends on this joyous, impish occasion. What is the occasion, you ask? Why, the March of the Imps, of course. 'Tis a fresh new take on our annual celebration here at the Gold Saucer, as suggested by one of our staff. When we first received word of it, we were rather baffled by the concept, but it seems to have left a positive impression on our guests. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they are kappas, right? To present our patrons with the most engaging experience possible, we've outfitted our attendants with impish attire. These costumed imps are free to frolic about the saucer and bring joy to those who they meet, with an adorable squee or a kapapa. Yep, they're kappas. Why imps, one might ask? And they would have good reason to do so. Alas, I myself was never told the exact reasoning. But if you're keen to learn more of the march, I know just the imp who can assist you. He's the one who coined the idea for it, after all. I last saw him on the second floor at the Manderville Lounge. He may still be there if you hurry. If he should speak to you in the impish tongue, you needn't fret. He's particularly unique, even among his brethren, and he makes his intentions quite clear to those not versed in imp speak. Well, that's handy. Let's get on up to the Manderville Lounge then. That's upstairs. And right over here. Hello there, imposing imp. Wait, hold on. I wonder who this could be. I wonder. It's a mystery. Squee. Kapa, kapapa. Though we feel as there has been some grave misunderstanding, the imposing imp suddenly entrusts us with a set of impish attire. His piercing gaze reaches into the very depths of our soul, and we somehow come to understand what he's trying to tell us. Go forth, my stalwart apprentice. We have the sinking feeling that the imp will not provide us with the information we require until we have completed his task. It is now our solemn duty to don the impish attire and entertain the patrons in Event Square. We must continue wearing this costume in order to progress. Speak with the imposing imp to restore or prolong the garment change. Yay, we're gonna be an imp, a kappa, for 30 minutes. Alright then, on to the Event Square. I wonder how they'd feel about a kappa wielding a bow. And a kappa with a tail at that. Oh hey, they're doing the slices right. I haven't done that in a while. That's a fun event. Oh god, the camera shake. Okay, I think everyone we need to entertain is actually going to be upstairs. Hello there, mascot-loving maiden. Oh, hello there. You must be that new mascot that's been marching about. Some manner of imp, was it? I like your hat's, head thing. Kapapa! How precious! I was a bit afraid to chat with you at first, but you're much friendlier than I imagined. First Senor Sabotender, now you. Ah, would that I never had to leave the saucer. I could spend the rest of my days surrounded by adorable creatures like you. Was kinda tempted to break character and use the human speak, but nah. Alright, who else must we entertain? Maybe the next person I could try to entertain with human speak. They wouldn't actually be down below, would they? Huh. I could have sworn that both were upstairs. My memory must be bad. Wow, you're one of those new mascots. You must know all about the prizes here, right? I saved up lots of MGP, but I'm not sure what to exchange it for. Nah, squee! Hee aren't you cute? If only I could take you home with me. Oh, I know, they have little imps that look just like you at the prize counter. Daddy, I want a water imp. Let's go get one. Please? Pretty please? Okay, one more. I think the other one is actually upstairs though. Alright. No, what the heck? I'm so disappointed. Why is my memory so bad? Judging by the eccentric attire, I'm going to assume you work here. Tell me, which of these attractions aren't stacked against me? I've lost nearly all my MGP today, and I need to find a way to earn it back somehow. Squee. What, is that your way of consoling me? As if I needed pity from an oversized frog. Rude. Still, I appreciate the sentiment. Luck may not be on my side, but it's nice to know that someone else is. Our impish antics have brought joy to the saucer's patrons, mostly. Return to the imposing imp and inform him of our success. Alright then, let's get back to the imp that no one could ever possibly identify. That's a player. That is a player. Yep, that is a player. For a moment I was like, oh god, Godbird's watching me. I mean, what? No, the imposing imp is watching me. I didn't say Godbird, what are you talking about? Alright, hello there, imposing Manderville imp. Kapapa. The imposing imp appears downcast, as if he was expecting someone else. Perhaps it would be best to remove our impish attire. Kappa! In the ephemeral moments that the imposing imp's gaze meets yours, we are overcome with a mysterious sense of obligation and realize what he is trying to tell us. Let us continue our discussion at Entrance Square. Alright then. Looks like our friend from the Thavnarian Truth is heading back to the Entrance Square as well. So it's time to meet back up. And hey, we got the person responsible for the event, so hey, we'll actually get an explanation. Ah, there you are. Loath as I am to admit it, my search for the one behind this event has yielded little success. Regardless of my results, it's plain to see that the imps are well loved by all. But I cannot write an article on that fact alone. How did you fare, my honorary assistant? Quite well, in fact. Oh, 'tis a pleasure as always to see you at the saucer, Satora. The Godbert Manderville? Never did I think I'd meet a member of the Syndicate face to face. Surely you of all people must know who proposed the idea for this event. Your generous deeds this day have not gone unnoticed, so I believe an explanation is in order. It was I who proposed the idea for these festivities, as a matter of fact. Perhaps you are already aware, but we employ a void scent known as Typhon here at the Gold Saucer. Summoned into this world by the Thaumaturge's Guild, he is a diligent soul who utilizes his formidable fungus to our patrons' benefit. It was not long after I hired Master Typhon that I became acquainted with a high-ranking member of the guild. Through him, I learned of a curious spell from ages past known only as Imp. True to its name, the spell transforms the target into the very beings who have espied marching about the saucer. I found myself quite enamored with these adorable creatures and sought to answer the questions that yet lingered in my mind. Where did the imps come from, and how did their spell fall into the hands of man? I poured through what few resources were available on the subject, yet I could not find a definitive answer. Heartbreaking though it was, I was left with no choice but to leave the creature's lineage shrouded in mystery. Nevertheless, I could not allow their history to fade into obscurity. When it came time to decide the theme of our annual festivities, I crafted the Impish attire based on my findings, and proposed a celebration in their honor. You utilize these costumes not only to entertain, but to educate others as well. And with that, the full story is laid bare. Indeed, though I know if such a conclusion will prove ideal for the Thavnarian truth. I feel a story coming on. Myth made manifest at the Gold Saucer. Thaumaturgical history reveals Imps' mystery. Haha, yes, this is a scoop I seek. It is as Master Manderville says. Much about these imps remains an enigma, but they have brought countless smiles to the Gold Saucer. Readers shall doubtless want to learn of their existence, as well as the event that brought these few facts to the fore. Such passion and drive to shed light upon the unknown is a fascinating tale, one that I shall do my utmost to depict. Oh, that's the spirit, lad! 'Twould be an honor to see our imps grace your publication's pages. I shall look forward to reading your account of it in the coming days. This young man's story will doubtless bring all the more attention to the March of the Imps, so I must express my thanks in the spirit of the celebration. With a set of impish attire, of course. You have my deepest gratitude as well, adventure. Inspiration calls, and I must away to make these ideas a reality. But your contributions were vital to the discovery. You are more than deserving of reward. A job well done, my friend. The festivities shall be underway for some time yet, so I hope you will not squander the opportunity to enjoy this moment of respite and march with our fellow imps. And our reward for this event is the Kappa costume, the Imp costume. So I guess a little bit of info about the Thavnarian Truth. They're the type of magazine that publishes, like, they love stories about cryptids. So, Kappas, water imps, alien sightings, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, they're that kind of magazine. We'll get to them, though, in due time. So, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, oh my goodness, guess what? We're caught up on seasonal events. Hallelujah. It's a miracle. There's another one coming up pretty shortly. So, we will have more seasonal events in the near future, but we are caught up, at least. But next time on Final Fantasy XIV, looks like we're doing, unless my plans change, we're doing a hard dungeon. I'll see everyone next time for that.